Architecture is a discipline that can affect and can be affected by different perceptions, and those architectural perceptions are generally created in the disciplinary websites. In this presentation, I will try to investigate how architectural agenda is constructed via disciplinary websites. Archdaily, the Zine, or Archinet are some of the relevant examples. They have huge impact on defining and evaluating the architectural pieces. The presentation is organized in two parts. At the first phase, two architectural cases are selected. Then their representations on the disciplinary websites are investigated with respect to three subtopics. These topics are their architectural properties, the reasons of appreciation, and the constructed concepts about those buildings. The second part of the presentation consists of criticisms based on the course reading, and it's about how those platforms affect the architectural agenda. Selected buildings consist of the Mercury City Tower, which is a skyscraper at the business district of the Moscow city, and the BMW Central Building designed by Zaha Hadid as a connection building for three different BMW complexes. Even if they are promoting with respect to different topics on websites, the similar perception constructions can be seen. In both cases, media is focusing on the one specific condition of the buildings and shapes its evaluation according to that. So, at the end, the selected condition replaces with the reality of the building and becomes an agreed identity of it. If we look at how the Mercury City Tower is dealt on disciplinary websites, we see that the considerations are basically focused on uniqueness of the building and the quantitative achievements. The height of the building, investment cost, total square meters are all emphasized and compared with similar buildings. Perception of being the most luxurious and unique building is promoted by focusing on the distinctive parts of the skyscraper. Its remarkable color, exciting formal configuration are all collected under the subtopic of being better than others. Thus, investigation and constructed perception is based on the enhancing its market value by convincing us to replace the reality of the building with the ideas of uniqueness and luxury promoted on the websites. On the other hand, BMW Central Building is represented by different considerations. Rather than its quantitative and technical data, the history behind the building is promoted. In architectural sites, BMW Central Building is treated as a brilliant architectural idea, which brings a solution for the problem of social classes. This perception is constructed with respect to the building's complex organization and the brief of the architectural office. According to the promoted conditions of the building, the role of deconstructing the social hierarchies is attached to the architecture. Disciplinary website supports the idea by focusing on the facts like locating different functions together and not separating them strictly. But actually, I am not sure about if the architect can erase the traces of the layers of social structure by building an impressive building for the company that is one of the most successful competitor in the capitalist environment. Moreover, the distinction between the social classes is not an issue which can be solved by putting workers and employers next to each other. But of course, it can be shown as solved with the image simulated in architectural media. Similar to the first case, this building is also represented by a constructed idea which replaces with the reality of the building. For both of the cases, we can say that buildings are not considered with just their tangible properties. The promoted ideas are accompany those concrete realities. In other words, disciplinary media is affecting our readings about the architectural pieces by putting them into the borders of the promoted identities. So, the main criticism should be about the power of those disciplinary medias. They are not just distorting our evaluations by creating simulated truths. They are giving constructed identities to those buildings. In conclusion, we end up with the architectural pieces that are generally considered according to the boundaries constructed by disciplinary fields. Other than that, today, with enhanced capabilities of social media, these websites are beginning to reach more and more people. While they are shaping architectural agenda, even the standard social media followers somehow affected by their architectural approaches. It is interesting that we are beginning to see similar comments from the standard social media users and the professional website editors. It is really hard to find an architectural evaluation which is not focusing on the commodity character of the Mercury City's tower. Similarly, BMW Central Building is generally considered with respect to its effects on the social boundaries. So these examples shows us the fact that simulation of the architectural pieces become the product itself.